Hey, I'm Coach Kyle Rasmussen, and in this video, I am going to talk about motivation. Now, motivation comes in all shapes and forms, all different things motivate people, right? And especially when it comes to fitness, I think that it's something a lot of people struggle with, especially people that don't have a long running history in the fitness world. People that have always struggled with their weight, done the yo-yo dieting, the ups and downs, and a lot of times, those types of people, which may be you, tend to struggle to find that motivation on a consistent basis. And when I meet with people to do consults talking about, their weight loss, what happens is I hear a lot of the same things. And one of the main things that I hear is just that people they struggle to find that motivation on a consistent basis, especially when they're trying to do it on their own. Obviously, working with a fitness professional, having a coach is definitely going to help. And, somebody that's going to keep you motivated, that's going to keep you going, somebody that's in your corner, that's on your team, that, at times when you lack to find that motivation for yourself can kind of chime in and be that positive light in your ear telling you to keep going. You can do this, push forward. And one thing that I wanted to talk about in this video is I was just talking to one of my members about this, about talking about what her motivation is at this point. And she's been with me for about 8 weeks now, and at times she tends to struggle on the weekends, sticking to her meal plan and following through with things on her end in that sense. And that can be a major derailer. And what's going to happen is, it's like I tell people all the time, there's no such thing as overworking a bad diet. If you're just consuming too many calories, you're just going to be spinning your wheels. You're not going to go anywhere. When you're trying to lose weight, you need to make a conscious effort with every meal, day after day after day. And in time, doing that's gonna add up, And when you couple that with coming into the gym, you're working out hard. The combination of the two is when you're going to see results. And I think what happens a lot of times with a lot of people, they're good all week. They're doing their workouts. They come in, they're giving me great effort, and they're sticking to their meal plan during the week. Coming in, especially people that come in the morning. It's easy for them to stick to the meal plan throughout the day. But then when the weekend rolls around, they're not coming in to see me, and they're kind of on their own. They've got social triggers, whether it's friends, family, just a history of doing certain things on the weekends, whatever it might be. There's all sorts of reasons why people fall off the wagon on the weekends, and alcohol is definitely one of those reasons. And what happens is, people will fall off the wagon and they'll consume way too many calories. It might be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then they'll come back in on Monday, they'll jump on the scale, and they've gone up in weight, of course. And then it's like, okay, they get back in gear and they get back on track and they work hard all week. They follow their routine, and then it happens again the next weekend, right? So what I was talking to my client about is, what is your motivation at this point? And, I started breaking it down, and we started talking about, with her physique, what the main thing is. And she eventually said her stomach, right? That's the main thing she's focused on at this point. And what I told her to do, and then what I recommend for everyone when they're struggling to find that motivation, okay? Go ahead and find a picture of yourself that is unflattering to you in your mind. Okay, this is something that has to be in your mind, right? It's not in somebody else's mind or whatever that might be, but it's to you. Something that is unflattering to you. If you're able to find that photo, everyone's seen photos of themselves where they're like, man, I'd look awful in that photo, me included. So, find a photo like that, and I recommend putting it on, put it on the desktop on your computer. Put it on as a screensaver on your phone. especially over the weekends. Print it out, put it in your cupboard, put it on your fridge, whatever it takes, right? Print that photo out, plaster it at different places so that when the time comes and you're lacking that motivation, you go to get in that fridge and all of a sudden you see that photo, you're going to have a second thought and be like, whoa, maybe I shouldn't eat that ice cream right now. Maybe I shouldn't eat that pizza, because ultimately those things are going to lead to looking that way in that photo. But beyond that, it's about the way you feel about yourself. When you see that unflattering photo, you don't feel good about yourself. You feel like, oh man, I look like crap, which is not a good feeling. Okay, I felt that way before too, so I can relate. What I did, I can remember a photo when I was like probably 12 years old, I'd have to guess. Maybe even younger than that. But I was somebody that always struggled with my weight, right? I was always a big kid, and we had gone on a family vacation one summer. We went to a place called Water World. It was a big, water park type place, with water slides and the wave pool and the lazy river and all that good stuff, right? Had fun there, sure, as a kid, but I can remember, this is back before the digital photos and the whole deal. My mom had taken a picture of me in a paddle boat, sitting there in a paddle boat. And I can remember looking at that photo after they had gotten developed and just like seeing these rolls on my stomach and just thinking like, oh my God, look how fat I am, right? And I actually ended up using that as a child for motivation. I was a child that didn't necessarily I didn't have the best eating habits. The treats and the snacks, the little Debbie treats in the cupboard, that was always a major roadblock for me and a major hurdle to overcome. Just reaching for stuff like that on a regular basis. So what I did, I used to play football. I was a kid at the time, and they actually had weigh-ins. They had weight classes, and if you were over a certain weight, you had to play in the next weight class up. So I had that as a goal, right? To be a certain weight by a certain time. And I can remember as a kid, I took that photo and I put it up in that cupboard where we kept those types of things, right? Posted up inside of the cupboard so that when I opened that door, I would see that photo and it would be a constant reminder. Okay, I'm not going to eat that, that little Debbie cake thing right there. Like, just don't reach for it, don't eat it. And what did it do? It motivated me, and I ended up, I lost weight over the course of the summer, and of course, I made my weight, and I stayed at that weight all summer long and all football season, and it was never an issue where I wasn't able to dress and play in a game because I was over the weight limit. Nothing like that. Okay, so I used that as that extra motivation, and so what I recommended to my member was find a photo. Everyone has seen photos of themselves where they just feel that it's unflattering to them. Well, whether they're in a bathing suit, whether they got a pair of shorts on, whatever it might be, a tank top, and they just look at it and they're like, ugh, they feel gross and disgusted, right? Find a photo like that. Put it on as the screensaver on your computer. Put it as a screensaver on your phone where it's right there. It's a constant reminder. Those times come when you're lacking that motivation, and maybe you're going to go reach for something, put it on your fridge, in the cupboard, whatever it takes, so that when you see that photo, you get that reminder, okay, I'm not going to eat that right now because I have goals and I'm working towards those goals. I don't want to look this way. Okay, just one little trick that you can do to help you find that extra motivation. So I hope this video was helpful. Go ahead and leave a comment down below this video and let me know if this was a tactic that you're going to try, if it's worked for you. I think a lot of people that are going to watch this video and relate to it and give this a shot, everyone can relate to each other. So let's all help each other out. And I hope this video helps. Thanks again. This is Coach Kyle Rasmussen signing out, and you guys take care. Bye for now.